Tell me, baby, do you really wanna ride tonight? In the back of the Benz, we can slide tonight. Secret rendezvous. Will I even get the call tonight? I'm coming through, so me and you can do it all tonight. Secret, me and
it's you and I, girl, he ain't got to know. We can start off in the bed and finish laying on the floor. He won't never know the difference about the stains up in the sheets. Cause every day you leave, your man's beating on his meat. Can you keep a secret, girl? Do you think he'll ever know that I was running out the back when he was coming in the door? I know you got a family, but you gotta get away. When you're screaming that you're leaving him every other day. A secret rendezvous is what you got yourself into. Don't worry, when we ride tonight, it's only me and you. You can tell him if you want, yeah, it's up to you to choose. If he wants to go to war, guarantee he's gonna lose. He may got a lot of anger, but he ain't got you. And never ever could he walk a day in his shoes. Break it off, I don't wanna keep it up. It ain't let me feel a mod, just a little bit of lust.
tell me, baby, do you really wanna ride tonight? In the back of the Benz, we can slide tonight. Secret rendezvous. Will I even get the call tonight? I'm coming through, so me and you can do it all tonight.
Ow! That is weird. The video's not even in the stream. That is weird. Hello.
On.
How's everyone doing tonight? Sorry about our audio issues. I have no idea what it is.
Oh. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Huh?
Maybe that fixed it. It wasn't playing on YouTube, but I had YouTube open, so I think that was it.
Weird.
That was very weird.
Look who's behind you.
Anyway, we're here today. We're talking about some
Luna. We're
Hara.
talking about Luna. Look at her.
We got some
Worship
we got Joe to talk about, and then we're a little later on we'll talk about Megaforce. So, what you guys want to talk about first?
Meowdy, 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 meowdy.
Oh, you want to do your after action report? Okay, here we go.
Linharu After Action Report.
All right. So we had our Halloween game on the 31st of October. It was a really fun game. So basically, everyone was playing cursed characters, and we were trying to figure out how to break our curses. And we were going around trying to find the items to help break our curses. And at the end of the one shot, we were able to determine whether we wanted to break our curse or embrace our curse. But a lot happened when we went to that junction.
I died.
Yes.
You didn't die. You became unliving forever.
I joined the undead.
Broke your curse and then a vampire bit you.
Yes, I am free of curse. Shit.
I freed myself of one curse and gained another.
Yep.
Well, at
I
least
am now undead. I will suck the blood from all of you. Blah, blah, blah.
Any of your thoughts on Halloween?
Oh my gosh.
Blah, blah, blah.
I really, really enjoyed that session, primarily because I don't know why, but I ended up being so in character, especially at the end. How I was able, even though my lord and master decided to embrace his curse, well, he didn't really. Something hinky happened.
Hinky.
He did the ritual wrong, at least for him.
But at the end of the day, I tried to save him. It didn't work. And then I ended up being the only one really alive at the end of that.
Well, you did save him from his curse.
He's just dead now.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's saved to die. Okay. Any thoughts on the game there, Tiger?
Yeah. Lots.
Well, let's hear him.
Are we sure this chick is legit?
Which chick would that be?
That was a Max 9.
It was something I said. She said something
That's right.
weird, and I was messing around, but I kept.
I was saying that this room is clear, and he goes, "Hey, Master, are we sure this chick is legit?"
Yeah, I remember. All right. Anything else you guys want to mention about it?
Blue Imps.
All I would like to say about it was lots of fun, and I enjoyed running it. And the RPC that I was running as the host ended up dying. It was kind of interesting,
I
but
think
overall, it was a successful game.
honestly, I'm confused with Warren's ending because he thinks he got away with embracing it, but at the same time, it was like he was trying to not embrace it. It was weird.
He wanted to stay and be a good vampire.
Like, that's not how that works.
Oh yeah, he'll eventually turn evil. But it was still fun.
It sure was. Okay, so before we move on and start talking about some G.I. Joe and stuff and some other things that we've done this week, I'd like to say that the link to the trailer for Megaforce is in the description. If you're not familiar with it, you want to get familiar, go ahead and watch that. And then watch the rest of what we got to say tonight. Okay, so first up, Joe Takes. It's Memorial Day this month on the 11th. And so Joe Takes is a big deal for me this month. I've got a lot of cool stuff planned, and we're going to start with this here as soon as I get the videos open. Here's what's going down tonight, actually at midnight on Joe Takes. Somebody joined us in the comments. Lots of people. Hello, Spike Six. Hello, Bedazzle. Hello, Repeating. Ray, what's up?
What the devil is going on here?
What's up? Well, he's one of my favorite characters too, Bert's Beats. If you guys are say hello. I think I said hello to everyone in the chat as well. Okay, so that's what's going down on Joe Takes. We did a Lenharo Fantasy Adventures Enhanced Edition episode last night, and we talked about our Heroes of Haven's Run book that's coming out, and here's the clip for the cast on that. For the cover of the book. All right.
Why is she okay with this?
She be a cat. Okay.
What are you? Oh, that's her bum. That's her bum. I'm like, what?
It's a cat bug.
Exactly. I was like, why is she okay with this?
Oh. Well, welcome
I
everybody.
don't know.
Glad you're here
Luna's
with us.
weird.
Let me see what other things do we have this week going on. Well, Tiger, we had you made some videos this week. A bunch of Luna shorts. So we'll watch one of those right now. I muted. I did not mute.
That was weird. It said you were muted for a second.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. And then, of course, we had another Artemis short this week. So
Yeah.
and that's kind of what we've been to do this week. I
Love
did
the
a
castle thingy. Birds Beats. Fun fact: my younger sibling, Ben, made that himself.
Both of them, the tower and the castle.
Yeah.
I get down with these jams. Bird Speed says, well, those are from my nephew Jay Taro, who was
Not that one. Those are from Clip Champ.
those. Yeah, that was from Clip Champ. Okay, so I'm wrong on that one. You got most of our music. The rendezvous at the beginning. That's by my nephew. And there you go. Spine Ticks for life, sir. The link to Spine Ticks is in the description. Watch Spine Ticks tomorrow night. Awesome show. Here we got Darkness is 3 feet away from me, or begging for chickens.
Katie.
Oh, the cat's name is Darkness. Darkness within darkness, Max.
Darkness within darkness awaits you, Ricky.
Where's Uncanny Swag to cast Magic Missile?
Oh, that's not fair because I had a thing for that too.
Tiger wants to find out what it's like in the chat tomorrow night, so we're gonna have some fun there.
Cool.
But we'll definitely come back on at least one time this month. We had a lot of fun on your show. We appreciate you inviting us on. That was great.
Yes.
Okay, so what do we got coming up this weekend? Well, I'll have to show you this.
Stop inviting people to it.
What?
That's not what you're doing.
Yeah. What do you mean inviting people? I know. I need to find this other video.
Present the video.
We're starting to.
The video's not a person, Dad. You don't invite videos. You present videos.
Cool.
I'm presenting a video. Present them. There you go. There's your South Park joke for the day.
Thanks, Spine Ticks.
Anyway, we're starting a Remember Ben Canty game on Sunday, and here's my intro for that. That's going to be a surprise to both Tiger and Jake right now.
You got to remember, cats have 9 lives.
Sprawling
not
realms
only
of
do
the
they have a lot of
south
hit points,
beckons, calling out to all adventurers. The kingdom of Ben-Canton is in the heart of the southern nations of Loire, but has fallen on troubled years. A curse plagues the land, and the line of kings has long been wrought with rumors and tales of a great fall. The former capital city is now in ruins, leaving the great city of Agravain as its current seat of power, with the Grand Duke Rothair Bacon acting as steward in hopes of one day breaking the curse and restoring the kingship to a member of the Royal Council. However, the lands are beset in turmoil. The nations to the east offer no comfort, as civil war brews in the neighboring realm of Yast, and the nation of Dardania continues to seek dominion over the entire region. To the south, the peaceful nation of Sifakar, and within the woodland realm of Eastwood, have their own problems as they stand ever vigilant and stem the tide of evil that constantly threatens from their southern neighbor of Avaradel, a realm ruled by evil men guided by dark powers. To the west is the bright spot, as the allied nations of Bradman and the dwarven realm of River Mountain lie on the shores of the great Sea of Glaive. However, from them aid is slow to come, and the formidable Bradman Mountains separate them from the eastern kingdoms. Pencanton stands alone. This brings us to the current troubles, as the Duke finds himself in need of aid. Much of the lands to the west between the Great Silverlone River and the Bradman Mountains are mostly a wild and untamed stretch of swampy hills. The former capital, known simply as Pencanton Keep, can be seen looming over the river on the western shore. It stands as a stark reminder of the dangers that lie along that side of the river. One abode of hope on the southwestern frontier is the gnomish iron mines and the village of Smallfolk known as Hildt. Someone is attempting to stem the flow of iron from those mines that supply Pencanton and its many neighbors. There's been no word from Darren, the Gnome King, and the Duke intends to send a party of adventurers to investigate. The gnomes and halflings of Hillthorn are beset by goblinoids, savage wolfmen known as lupins, and even giants. Mayor Tenbo Hillfoot and Sheriff Bolo Tolcher are simply overwhelmed. Rumors of the sorceress Rianta Dranton run rampant. It is feared that Rianta is in league with the goblinoids, led by the feared ogre Barcon of Lendos. Whispers of the goblin hold to the northeast of Pencanton feed the nightmares of many that hear them. Lendos. Just the mere mention of that hellish land fills the hearts of Pencanton citizens with dread. Will you take up the challenge issued from the city of Rivercross and venture westward over the fabled Thrice Bridge that leads west into Hillthorn, or south to the Kingdom of Sifakar and the legendary city of Silverlone? Can you bring peace to the mining village and restore the iron trade to not just Pencanton, but all of the realms of the south? It has been far too long since the curse of Pencanton has troubled the kingdom. Will you be the ones that help the realms of the south? Remember Pencanton?
And there we have it.
Cool.
That's what's going on. We're having a session 0 on Sunday. That game filled up faster than any game I've
You
had
guys
so
gave me
far.
a menace.
We did.
You gave me a menace.
So it should be pretty fun. We're going to be having that one at 5 p.m., 4 p.m.
Have a menace.
The first couple hours we'll be making characters, and hopefully we'll be able to start playing it before the end of the night.
Perfectly happy doing this. We don't know why.
Okay, so that's what's coming up on Sunday. So that means we won't have a game on Monday. And then on Thursday, we're having another session of Endless Quest Books and me, and we'll be reading Pillars of Pentagard. That one's at 6 p.m. Mountain, and then back to Fridays again. So, any thoughts, you guys, on what's going on for the week?
I'm actually really happy that we're getting back into Remember Pencanton. Technically speaking, that is the campaign I've spent a lot of time in because
oh, sorry.
And then there was you missed all the darkness, sir.
I know.
Oh,
anyway,
yeah.
Pencanton has always been the campaign I enjoyed the most because, well, it's the one where my OC Jake has gone the farthest in.
I like the Pencanton one because you have set it up so that you can actually build the world to the way you want it in that particular nation. Like, you made it so that the characters are pivotal in deciding the fate of this entire little nation.
Or not.
Or not. That's true. They don't have to get involved at all, but
Nope.
they can. They can choose like who they want to be build up as the leader or the king even of this nation. So I kind of like that.
I actually ran the first adventure of that's going to be in the campaign book. Maybe next year we'll be able to put that out. Depends on how well we get the maps and the artwork ready to go for it. The writing, I mean, I do have to clean it up a bit, but it's definitely playable as it is. But yeah, so we'll hopefully put that out. And like I said, I ran the original module a couple of times, and then I ran it as a campaign. I started running it about 2 years ago, and then we ran it for well over a year, and we had a really good time with that game.
I mean, we went from starting characters to a little past advanced lifestyle.
Wow, it's because I threw you guys into the original Ravenloft module right before the end, and that really boosted you up.
Oh my gosh.
That is true.
That gave Jake such a confidence boost as a character.
So yeah, I was able to run
Well, I
Ravenloft.
know. By the end of that, we were killing like dragons and stuff.
Like friggin' near the end of when we did Ravenloft with Jake, Jake very narrowly dodged Strahd doing a sword strike, so it gave him such an ego boost. He thought he was such a badass, and that nothing ever knocked him down.
Hey.
The closest that happened was a dragon ate him, but then he turned into a light nuke immediately after.
It was a shadow dragon, so you weren't digested.
Still, nothing knocked him down a peg. He just thought he was this big, badass warrior.
And what
of
was he,
light.
like 3 feet tall?
Yeah.
He's a little tiny fur ball.
Going around killing things in the name of light.
Okay, so anything else you guys want to share for the week? Anything you want to talk about Luna shorts for next week, Tiger?
It's up to Luna. What she likes to play. I want to see if I could get some with her playing outside,
That'd be
but
cool.
I'm not sure. I have a hard time going outside myself. It's cold, guys. It's really, really cold.
Welcome to winter. Oh, wait. Winter's not for another.
Winter is always
few
in
days.
the Ravagers of Carnage, so winter.
Yeah.
But for us, it's over a month from now. It's at the end of December.
I'm surprised it's actually we haven't had snow, to be honest, because it's so. It's
So now you're Skeletor, you're Cringer, so you're a
I'm
Skeletor
Skeletor
skeletal Cringer.
Skeletor Cringer.
In an alternate universe where He-Man joined the forces of evil.
Don't point your sword at me and turn me into.
Your Artemis shorts are doing really well. I mean, they're some of our most watched shorts.
I am surprised because Artemis doesn't do much, but just
Right?
on the screen, we just draw a crowd.
It's cool though.
I don't want to be Battle Cat, please.
That'll work, birds. Cringeator. Yeah, it did. It snowed in Denver Saturday. It snowed a lot of places over the weekend and on Halloween night. It started snowing, and we had some of the mountains here too here in Utah.
Yeah, we've got snow in our mountains, but we're at the foot of the mountain.
Such a wild card. You either get snow really, really early or really, really
Well,
late.
we actually could see snow, so the winter is upon us, so it's nice, but it's
Winter
also
is here.
Let's see here. Okay, so anything else, Tiger?
About what?
Anything you're doing this week?
I want to make a mace for Artemis, but I don't know if we're gonna do that or not.
Yeah.
No snow in Houston. We don't have another one of those polar storms.
That was creepy, and
That was.
well,
Who's
not
the-
as creepy as the snow in Egypt on the pyramids. Now
that was weird.
that was like what?
G.I. Joe did it first, and then it happened in real life.
G.I. Joe predicted.
It snowed in Florida. Oh no, wait, I was hallucinating. All right.
Oh my gosh.
I hear you, Luna. Don't you? No. Hey.
Yep. All right. So I'm gonna mute you while you take care of the cat.
No, she went in the window. It's fine. She can
Oh,
stay
okay.
in the window.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of her getting in the window, once I got my room cleaned, I was sitting there chilling, and she decided to mess with all the stuff on my table. And I'm like, Luna, stop. She knocked over my lamp. And I was like, Luna.
Yes, that's a normal cat thing to do.
Ice storm knocked out the power for like a week. Yeah, that was last year. Yeah, or was it the year before? I think it was the previous winter. But so, Jake, you got anything going on this week? Anything you're going to be doing?
Well, this past week I've actually been getting heavy back into sprite work. I've created an entire, essentially sprite sheet for my character Jake.
Yes, the shoes are on her body.
She likes to crawl into my slippers too.
Oh my gosh, she just crawled up onto my little shoe
Anyway.
rack and just...
Go ahead and continue, Jake.
But anyway, I've been working on sprites all this week, so I've essentially made 24 sprites in the span of a week, which is really good for me because before sometimes I'd make maybe a sprite a month.
Well, they're pretty cool, little cool animations. So
Yeah.
Now, okay, now you got one of Artemis.
Artemu!
There we go.
Artemu,
She's
hello!
on top of the tower. It's cute.
She's like a little dragon.
She does look like a little dragon. It's cute.
I need to up her calcium intake. Her leg was twitching earlier today, and I was looking it up. And it's like,
Well, when we get some crickets for her, we'll put her in the calcium powder.
yeah, I know where the calcium powder is now, so I can actually properly give her a
Did you clean your room?
Yes.
Is it a miracle?
My room looks like a room now and not the city dump.
Yes. Watch out for having boys. They are messy.
Well, it's very true. But,
Well, the reason why my room was very messy was because
it was your room.
You put all the trash on the floor?
no.
Now we just got to get Oscar the Grouch upstairs to get his room clean.
But anyway, the reason my room was such a mess is I used to be in a different room in the house, and when my uncle passed away, everyone just unanimously decided to stick me in his room. And the day we moved all my stuff in there, I was just so tired that I fell asleep. And Warren, who was going to move into my room, decided, I'm not waiting, and just threw all of my stuff into my room. And I didn't want to deal with that. So for months afterwards, I just had a big pile of...
He wants to go outside is what it is.
Of course she does.
I finally got to take care of all that stuff.
Well, all right. Yeah, Radini says, I hate moving. Me too. I don't ever want to move again. Hopefully we won't have to. You never know, though. Life
Open the
can
door
take
again.
turns. Hey, Rook of all time, welcome. We're just about to start talking about
Luke of all.
Rook of all. Yep.
Hey, let her out again before she
I'll
starts
try.
climbing on G.I. Joes.
So we're about to start talking about our movie of the week. And this month we've all got a pick. And for Thanksgiving, at the end of the month, we're going to be looking at Planes, Trains, and Automobiles because that's one of our favorite holiday movies for Thanksgiving. So what movie do you have planned for next week, Tiger?
Oh, I'm doing The King and I, the musical.
That'll be our first musical.
I love musicals, and that's one of my favorites.
Ray says they have boxes unpacked when they moved back in 2008. Yeah.
Right? I have a whole thing from too.
No, you're picking this
Lazy to go
month.
through 'em.
Yeah, I know, but next month. I'm gonna
Anyway, your mom was still talking.
Sorry.
It's fine,
I thought you
but I like it's Yul Brynner, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Yul Brynner musical, The King and I. That's been I love that since I was a little kid. That was like one of my favorite musicals.
We'll be talking about that next week. And what did you pick this one for in 2 weeks?
Picked an anime, The Cat Returns. It is a really, really good Studio Ghibli. Also a Tim Curry, apparently.
Yes, it is. Tim Curry does a voice of that. And yes, it is The King and I with Yul Brynner. Yes, sir. Not the original, because I actually have in our tribute video, I've got a bunch of movie posters and Broadway play posters at the end to show that how many different versions of The King and I there really are out there. And I only grabbed a sampling.
Right? They have some new ones too. They even just animated one not too long ago.
Yep.
Anyway,
But I want to do the one with Yul Brynner because that was the one I grew up with, and I just love it.
And it's a really good movie, and it'll be our first musical on here. So, but tonight it's my pick, and I chose Megaforce. So I made my wife watch Megaforce again, but he really liked it. So
okay. Rewatching it, I was actually enjoying it this time. Okay.
Well, because it is a good movie. It's a little cheesy and over the top, but it's an 80s
little.
And it's a lot of fun.
Extremely cheesy and over the top.
Okay, now at the beginning of this, I actually have the trailer, so we're gonna watch it, and then we'll start the picks at the end, and I'll mute it, and we'll talk about it.
Megaforce, an elite compact fighting unit armed with the most sophisticated weapons ever seen on a movie screen. The mission, to preserve freedom and justice and battle the forces of evil.
The good guys always win, even in the 80s.
Megaforce.
Oh my gosh.
All right. It's a lot of fun. It's one of those popcorn movies you can just sit down and enjoy and laugh your butts off, and
turn
actually
your brain off for a little bit.
The acting's actually really good in it, though.
It is pretty good. The acting is really good. They took it seriously, but it's still campy.
But they realized what they were doing, and some of them had a lot of fun with it too. That was very clear. Let's see.
I love that one.
What he said in Rocky Horror.
I get
it.
Anyway, so actually when I watched it this time, I could see why Chris adored this movie when he was growing up, because I was seeing the differences between it and G.I. Joe. It's very, very much like they could have put the G.I. Joe tag on it and it would have fit this movie, to be honest.
It could have been a G.I. Joe movie.
Right? Because they're like an elite force. They're not governed by any particular nation.
Well, technically, G.I. Joe is specifically America. But
it was. They made it an international.
Well, yeah, it was. They made it international recently, but their underground bunker reminded me of the pit. Their vehicles reminded me of G.I. Joe vehicles. It was actually very G.I. Joe, to be honest.
It kind of was.
Honestly, though, the characters, I thought it was
right. And the characters were just like G.I. Joe characters, just like a bunch of dudes that we just slapped together. They all had different specialties.
They felt like
threw them all together.
Children, though. It felt like they were playing soldier when they were little, and they just never got out of that phase. They just got to do it for real.
Rook of all, Bert is really good like that. He helps out a lot of people with their live streams. It's very cool. Thank you, Bert.
Well, apparently, he was saying Bert caught Rook's first live stream.
Yep. I need to put notifications on for a lot of my subscribers. You're welcome, sir. We like to give back here. You help us, we're gonna help you. Doesn't matter.
You scratch our back, we scratch yours.
Or
not in a weird way.
But not in a weird way.
But not in a weird way. Is there a weird way to do it?
Yeah, that's weird.
Wait, what were you doing? I was on the bottom.
He says it made my wife.
I feel like fighting him too.
Solid. Yes, sir. We like to be solid. As opposed to the cat liquid state. Hello, 60 plus adventurers. Welcome. They say I picked up a few G.I. Joes over the years.
You're going stir crazy.
I have a few myself, sir.
I am surrounded by little men.
Radini says, yes, there is a weird way. Yes, there is.
There is a weird way. Okay.
All right, well,
let's not do it the weird way then.
We'll start with the movie poster.
Oh, wait, I get it. You scratch it backwards like this. then it won't do anything.
I do have one more movie poster, I think near the end or even at the last
A
one.
movie poster.
And it's just totally bizarre, and I wanted to include it because it really doesn't fit the movie very well.
I feel like this poster is a reference to something else.
It looks like a Star Wars poster.
It does.
And Spytix pointed that out at one point about another one, I think. But yeah, it reminds me of that too.
It just has all the vehicles jumping out at you.
Yo, Joe.
Yo, Joe.
Yo!
Welcome to our little show here. We're starting to talk about Megaforce. Got all our weekly business out of the way, and here we go. All right, let's move on to the next pick and see what that stirs in the memory of this movie.
Oh my gosh!
Oh goodness!
General in this movie.
Look at the way she's sitting.
The very bottom of a modern Major General. Well, that's my favorite.
Right. But look at the way she's sitting. Wait, was she smoking a cigarette?
I think she was.
I believe so. It was early 80s.
I think it's funny. They were complaining about being attacked by wildlife, and it was like, bro, you're in the middle of the desert. What do you expect?
And it was supposed to be a rattlesnake, but it was a bad python.
Oh my gosh, it was a python that they added rattle effects in post. It was so
funny too. He's like, bro, oh hey, wait, why are they getting a python in the middle of the desert?
It was funny though.
It's like the python slithered on, and I'm like, that's a pretty python. I don't think it's supposed to be a python, but it's a python.
They did it up to look like.
I'm still in awe at the way she is sitting. Seriously,
I know.
Noticing this,
and she's like, "Yeah, I noticed that when we were watching it last night." I'm going, "Is she like? She's sitting like a man."
She kind of is,
but she was actually acting very well because her character is a soldier.
No, I get it, but why wear the dress?
Exactly.
I don't know.
Like if you're gonna sit like that, why
wear the dress? Yeah. And yes, you're right, Ray. It looked like many posters in the 80s, 89s. I think you meant 80s, but
in the 89s.
In the 89s, I like that.
Man, I loved all 10 89s.
All 10
decade. It was a great decade. And you weren't even there, sir. You weren't born yet. There we go.
You idiot. I haven't been born yet.
89 was a good year, sir.
And the 80s are good.
80s were a lot of fun.
Gosh. It was a different world back then.
I love their vehicles. This movie their vehicles were very cool.
I swear.
Is that Fred McMurray in the hat? No. This movie starred Barry Bostwick and Michael Beck and Henry Silva. Pretty sure his name was the villain.
I thought it was funny the cute little tight outfits they were wearing.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, they left nothing to the imagination.
Well, they were so tight. The actors had problems moving around on the set. It was funny. The Rook says, Bert, your encouragement made me want to give it a try. Plus, my family member set me up with everything. I'm going to keep trying. You do that, Rook, and I'll have to check out your channel, sir. I know I'm subscribed already. All right. So, what I really like the feature on these vehicles where if it got dark, they would turn black.
Yeah, you didn't have that on there?
No, I was having a hard time finding pics at all for this movie. Let's see, Rudy.
Because I thought that was pretty cool too. It's kind of like those transitional glasses or something.
He says typo. Okay, let's see. Rukaval says it's a great way to get your message across. Yes, it is. Keep at it. Be fun instead of scary after your 10th. Yes. I was really nervous when we first started out, and here we are. It's our 16th episode of this, but I've done probably more live streams than I've made videos now. So it can be a lot of fun.
It's easier to do the live stream and just put it on there.
It is. The sparkly suits, yes.
They just look fabulous, darling.
They were all Velcro too.
Oh my gosh. There was such a weird theme in this movie. They just loved to
They
just
were skin tight too.
They just kept doing this the whole movie. It was like, bro.
They had these really Edward Mulhare was the general. They had these
There you
really
go.
top-notch
There's the outfit.
actors. There's the outfit. Yeah, they had these really top-notch actors in this B movie, and it's a B movie for sure, but
It's definitely
it's a lot of fun.
There are a lot of explosions,
Oh, yeah.
everybody. Lots and lots of.
Where it was
It's like
directed by Michael Bay.
You would swear it's directed by Michael Bay.
Jake
Yes.
pointed out that they probably spent their entire budget on explosions.
Oh my gosh, there was just one scene where it was just so much explosions that it was like, wow. I think this is why this movie was so horrible. They just spent 90% of their budget on this one scene.
You see what Bert said there?
I'd rather make lives. I need a sparkly suit for the next one. Super skin tight.
Let me see.
Look at the way he's sporting that too. Like, yeah, that's right. Look at my bod.
Renee
I think
says
he's trying to
I
show
have the best bod.
Renee says it took
He
me a long time
does.
before I ever went live, and yes, I've had one with serious technical issues. Was trying to figure it out, but now that I've got the hang of it, well worth it. Even when you have the hang of it, sometimes you get technical
Oh my gosh,
difficulties.
Our Lynn Halloween game was
Yeah.
like, what the heck was happening?
Right? Nothing
The
to
audio
play.
was so weird.
Poor Luna Song.
Yeah.
Halloween.
Then tonight, YouTube was overlapping, even though the video wasn't even playing on YouTube, so I had to shut YouTube
Weird.
completely off. Yeah. So yes, pro tip: turn YouTube off when you're on StreamYard at least. Let's see what's up next on here.
But I want to look at the nice man picture. Oh, more vehicles.
That is such an 80s pose. And
It's
yes,
such an 80s.
yes, I was at one. I was at that one. And I encourage you because you've got a cool channel, Renee. Rascal and Lucy is awesome.
Isn't Rascal and Lucy the one where they had where they did that 15-hour lo-fi and chill thing?
Yep, she does those with just
Overnight.
cool music and cool AI pics. And Ray says, Renee, I'm like, nobody want to hear this crap I've got to say. You know what? You never know.
You find your audience.
You find
man.
your audience, man. I'm slowly but surely finding mine, and I'm glad you're all here. And thanks for being here. I definitely appreciate it. We all appreciate it.
Yeah. Fun stuff.
More vehicles. I just love their vehicles.
Oh my gosh.
They painted them.
Very hardcore on the logos and the designs and stuff. Like they wanted this to be better.
Ray says, yeah, Tiger, he's rocking that suit. Renee says, you would be surprised. There is always an audience willing to listen. That's exactly right.
Whether you like the audience or not, someone's willing to listen.
Also, even if you're not finding an audience, it's actually really good to get all that stuff out, and it can be really good for you. And it has been for me.
Right? Do it because you're having fun.
Yeah.
Do it because you're having fun.
I really enjoy just hanging out.
I was watching Chris kind of languish and do nothing for like ever. And he was always bored, always not knowing what to do with himself. And he wants to play his G.I. Joes, but, we don't really have the space for that and stuff. And then...
Well, I'm also my body is not made to kneel down on the floor and play with
No, not anymore. Not anymore. And so him and his brother were deciding to start a YouTube, and he got a little bit excited about that. But then, of course, his brother got sick. And I think that just encouraged him because when he did pass away, Chris is all, I'm doing it. I don't care. I'm doing it. This is something me and my brother wanted to do, and I'm doing it. And he has just been so much more. I mean, he's got all these things set up, and he's just, having fun.
I think Jared, my brother, would have really enjoyed this. He went by Red, but I think he would have really enjoyed doing this too. Bert says, I have fun on lives. Yeah, I do too, man. I think it's a good way to get some things off your chest. It certainly is. Hello, Catattainment. Welcome.
Howdy.
Meowdy.
Meowdy, 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 meowdy.
Yeah, that was from Winter Willow. She kind of started that for us, at least. Ray says, went around on our BMXs pretending to fire rockets after we saw it. Yes, sir, I did too. And, yeah, I just was clicking that off. But everybody's saying hi. That's really good. See if we can get to the next pick. There we go, more vehicles. But this is the part where they were going across the desert and shot the smoke out of the back.
Oh my gosh,
with all those tanks behind them.
So cool.
Ray says, I'm really most of all enjoying the friends I've met here on YouTube. Me too, Renee.
Yes.
I definitely enjoyed having met you and Bert and Spine Six and Swag and Catattainment. A lot of people. And Rudini, you guys have been really cool. Rukaval, everybody who's here tonight, thank you for being here. But I've met so many more. I mean, I've been going on other live streams and just having fun and hanging out with my new friends. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah, we were on Spine Ticks last Saturday, Tiger and I. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. I was nervous at first, but we had fun.
Really, Catattainment it's more of a movie discussion. We showed
really
picks.
Reviewing it. We're more like, hey, we watched this.
I don't necessarily give reviews because I just like to talk about the things that we enjoyed about it.
Yeah.
Sometimes we mention things we didn't like, but we kind of make fun of it.
Honestly, review
but
is such a negative connotation.
And
lately.
I do some book reviews technically for like AD&D and gaming stuff, but I call them read views because I like to read them and discuss them. So and then they can be a lot of fun. I don't really see myself as a reviewer. I like to give my take on things, like my Joe takes. I give my takes on each Joe character. And Renee says, by the way, Logan, you and Tiger were great panelists on Spinetix. Thank you. So were you a couple of weeks before that. Spinetix is a great host. And let's see. We got Spinetix saying, lots of fun lately with Rascal Lucian from the Hildt on Tiger and Tiger on Spinetix. Yes, sir. It was a blast. Let's see.
Where is she?
She's right here.
She's just been yelling.
Luna, she wants to go out.
Wait, feed her.
Oh, yeah, feed her. Yeah.
Oh, food. She might be hungry.
Where it says it's a cool channel name, Ticks of the Spine. Yeah.
Oh,
well,
she's hungry.
She
is hungry.
I like that name, Spine Ticks. And it's a lot of fun. They do their all their different Spine Ticks videos, and people send in videos that are really pretty funny, and they play them. And it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's why she's been begging to go out. She's hungry.
So
poor thing.
So I'll give you
for food.
I'll give you one more today, Sith Lordly. Spine Ticks for life. There you go. And I might give you another one today. I might Joe Ticks. I don't know. Spine Ticks is a term for imperfections on comic books. Yes. That's why I like to say, don't bend the spine.
Oh, ticks in the.
Oh my goodness. The first time I met Chris, man, some of the rules he has for books is just crazy. Don't write on the books.
Yeah, exactly.
Books. Don't write on top of the books.
And then we get to know each other's names. Everybody's calling Catattainment Adam. I had heard that before, but I wasn't sure. So, hello, Adam. Let's see. Renee says, Spinetix Live, the only place to be on Saturday nights. Yes, it is. It's my new home on Saturday nights. It really is. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And we like to give thanks to all our friends, too. Even it's nice to have that go around. Bert says, all right, peace out, guys. I have to go to a practice live stream with some friends.
Nice seeing you,
Have
bro.
fun.
Definitely thanks for being here, buddy. All right, let's move on to the next slide because I think we've really covered the vehicles.
I feel really bad now, Mom. We fed her, and now she's just like.
There you go. I got the black and white still.
Oh yes, the man pose.
That's called a power pose. Actually,
a power pose.
No. There's actually some psychological whole things behind this. If you do poses like this, it actually boosts your confidence.
Really?
Yes.
How scientific.
All right.
I know
Yes,
it does
sir.
something for me.
My Nick streams once a week, Saturday at 8 p.m. Pacific. But hold that time slot for over 3 years every Saturday night. And I wish I'd found you guys sooner, but by circles, we just finally ran into each other on Yale Geek. Let's see. This guy looks like the Bee Gees.
The Bee Gees. Too much Bee Gees.
And again, sir, thanks for being here. Okay. How long do you wish to linger on this picture there, Tiger?
Let's see. We need to make a poster of this, and then I can put it somewhere in my room.
Renee definitely says Ray.
Freaking mom be like, hey, if you can have all your little men, can I have just one little man of my own?
No, I have a bunch of men, thank you, but I just keep them on my tablet so I don't share them.
Yeah, I like Barry Bostwick too. He's a cool actor. If I remember right, his first movie was Rocky Horror Picture Show, and I've been trying to get him to watch it. That's a fun movie too. And eventually we'll do an episode about Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I thought you said it was inappropriate for our channel.
It is inappropriate. It really is. Maybe we'll do one with a warning like Spinetix has. His show. Spinetix says I had like 25 different guest panelists, so you started watching at the right time with the most current lineup from the Hill. Well, thanks. You got a really good panel. I like all those guys. And some of the names, man. Dave Collects, yeah, good guy. Paul the 619. I'll give Uncanny Swag a shout out too. I know he was here tonight.
Yeah, he came to.
But he failed his magic missile.
Yeah, and Chance with Chance Collectibles and Dan, the ambassador Dan.
What happened to the magic missile?
All right, I think we can move on. We're
The
just
barrier and everything. I was
having
ready
fun
for it.
chatting with our friends about this ridiculous and fun movie. I like this picture. It was another movie poster. Like I said, I found a few that I liked.
I'm like, this never happened.
This one in King and I had a really hard time finding pictures that were different. This one, it was mostly all vehicles. King and I was mostly him and her dancing.
Yeah. Well, that's the famous part.
Yeah.
I personally like the part where he's introducing his children.
I have some of those.
I love that one.
Oh, you met Barry Gibb. Yes, he does. He does look like Barry Gibb, but his name is Barry. That's funny. He does look like Barry Gibb.
Barry looks like a berry.
Yeah, Barry looks like a berry. What does Spinetix have for us there, Tiger?
Dan has the best of both worlds. A free agent, not an actual live stream member, but is on every Saturday.
Yep.
I have to get really close.
I subscribed up to his channel, but I haven't watched any of his videos yet. I've been meaning to do that. Got lots of people I've subbed up to recently that I've been trying to check out all their channels.
It does actually seem like more of a 70s poster.
Well, this was 82, and they had they actually made most of it, I think, in the 70s. So
it looks disco.
It does. It's very disco.
Especially with the exposed, hairy, manly chest.
And disco was still a thing in 82. It was slowly dying, and people were trying to kill it. Although I love disco, so
disco's fine.
I was more of a heavy metal guy, but I did still like disco.
I like some, and others I don't.
Yep, there's that. Yeah, so I like to see it. He stole my lighter. He stole my lighter.
I do not.
And he made such a point to get it back near the end of the movie. It was like, what?
I just don't understand. He was so mad over a lighter. It was just like, what?
Well, they were like best friends, and the dude stole his lighter.
He stole my lighter.
What?
You got me, Ray. Thank you for that. My dad was a Chuck, so I
Chuck him out.
Chucky Farley. Yes, I know. And Barry's a good, solid name.
Dude, my dad was a Daryl.
Dude.
I'm not kidding.
There we go. Renee, staying alive.
Stay alive. Stay alive. staying alive.
Very possibly was in a lot of movies in the 70s too. One has to take the mafia blood oath to be an official Spine 6 live stream member. It's like a gang. Yeah, that's a pretty intense ritual too.
Mafia.
It starts with a hazing.
Hazing.
Disco is the antithesis of metal. Yes, sir. I love all those 80s hair bands, man. They had such a corny relationship too. They were flirting with each other through the whole movie.
So awkward though.
Here we go.
No, is that what you have?
Whoa. No, I didn't want to do that. Add it to the stage. I wanted to back it up. What are you doing here? Back it up. That went way back to the beginning.
That's all the way at the end now.
What'd you do?
Oh, I had a brain fart.
What did you do?
I went too far.
You have a lot of pictures, and we've only gone through like 4.
Yeah, we're just having fun talking about it. Let me see if I can get this. There we go. This is the one I was talking about, where the proportions of her legs are just so wrong.
That never happened in the movie.
Ray says, guys, I have to get back to work, but we'll be listening and lurking. Well, thanks for being here, Ray. We appreciate it.
Become a lurker.
Renee says, I'm right there with these 80s metal hair bands. Best times of music ever. I totally agree.
I agree 100%.
With that, David?
The golden age of music, I swear.
Right.
There was, and 83 was one of the best years for music ever. I was 13, so I guess my opinion.
Do you have the actual movie portion of this when this happened?
No. I didn't.
So we can talk about.
My ad is the trailer.
So we could talk about the weird barrel roll here.
Yes, you can.
Oh my gosh, it was so weird.
Like you think that he couldn't control that, and all of a sudden he does a barrel roll.
It's like,
first of all, the motorbike is flying.
It's like, wait, he didn't even know it flew until like a few moments before, and then he just does a barrel roll like it's no big deal.
What I was meaning is she was never on one of these bikes.
No.
They were on a bike with him.
The first button that he pushes opens up these little wings like about this.
You just look at it, it's like, what? And then he just goes up in the air, and you're like, what?
No way, Renee. You don't look older than me. Come on. That's not too much older. That's the same age. That would be the same age as my older brother.
Anyway, so we have these little itty bitty wings, and then he does a rocket. And this thing took a long time too. So he's in the air for a long time.
And then all of a sudden.
And then so then he's flying towards his guys, and he does this barrel roll, like a real slow barrel, and you're like,
how does he not fall off of the damn bike?
Right?
Willpower.
The rule of
his legs. It wasn't willpower, it was leg power.
I think the rule of cool goes a little too far sometimes.
Maybe not. I don't think so. I am really happy with the fact that we have a lot of different age groups that watch us. Because here we are. I was 13 in 83. Renee says she was 20. And then Adam here from Catatama says they were 3. What a diverse age group, And then
now I'm 23 currently.
And Renee says, I try my best not to look my age, and I sure as hell don't act it. I don't.
To hell with age.
Nope, I don't act.
To hell with the age.
Age is a number.
People find out I'm 53. They
nothing.
go, no, you're not. They think I'm kidding or lying, and I don't lie. So unless
except can't be 53.
Comrades.
I refuse.
I think this betrays it just a little.
A little bit of gray in my beard. Yeah. That's my gray.
No, he really is 53. I'm not far behind.
Ray says they were 7.
In 83, I was. Let me see. I was 8. I was 8. Hey.
Yeah, you were 5 years younger than me. So yeah. See, really diverse age group. That's awesome. This is right after he blew up the red helicopter that the Major General.
Okay, that was the best part. That was
Oh
one
my
of the best
gosh.
parts. I loved it. He's all the general's all giving him
now,
props like,
child?
oh, I love those guys. They're so awesome. And then they blow up his helicopter. The bastards.
The funny part is he wasn't even particularly mad. Like he knew he deserved it. Essentially,
True to British form, he called them rotten sods.
he was.
Okay, Adam from Catatama says, I gotta go. Catch you next time. Thanks for being here. We're probably going to be finishing this up and not be out here much longer ourselves. But we got
I don't know. Yeah, 50 more pictures.
Oh my gosh, we're not even halfway through this.
I know we've been having fun tonight. Renee says she has 2 gray streaks growing at her temples. And before she do it, she's going to have hair like the Bride of Frankenstein. You know, it's kind of interesting the way mine's growing. It's growing in these 2 streaks right here, and not all over.
I have mine like 1 or 2 every once in a while.
And it is a sweet look. I agree, said Lordly. I prefer to call it the dot.
My sister is constantly coming over and looking at my hair going, how come you have less gray hair than me? I'm younger than you. I'm like, I don't know.
I had to get some of Michael Beck. He's a really good actor. He played such a goofball in this movie.
Dude, he reminds me of Wild Bill.
Yep. And he called the snake an old nose shoulder. She wants back in there. Cats never want to be on this side of the door.
You know, it's really funny. She came in and then stared at the door.
Immediately started staring at the door. Really?
Like
I'm
Madeline
not kidding. You let her in and she started staring at the door.
Uh-huh.
Like contemplating whether or not she made the right choice.
Madeline Kahn, to me, was one of the most underrated actresses of all time. I love Madeline Kahn. She was great in Young Frankenstein. She was great. Anything she was in, she was great. Flames? Play a clue. Yeah, that's Madeline Kahn. Yes. Yes, we did a clue episode. And then we got what did you get? 60. He won't have any hair.
60 plus adventures.
Yep. Wait till you get 60. I'm thinking that's what he said. And you know what? My dad had hair till the day he passed. So,
dude, you look like the angry video game nerd got a buzz cut. I don't know if that's rude or anything, but it's just like
no, it's a good picture though.
It is a good picture. I'm not saying it's a bad picture. My brain is just like that. That is the angry video game nerd.
She was in History of the World too.
It looks like if the angry video game nerd got a buzz cut.
They made a sequel to History of the World of History of the World Part 2. It's a series and it's on Hulu, and I've been wanting to watch the back to back. Maybe we should check that out at some point.
That's
what's Renee got to tell us there, Tiger?
My black cat Lucy have a few single little white hairs speckled on her shoulder.
Beautiful. Lucy's a beautiful cat.
We wouldn't be able to tell on Luna because she's a tortie.
Yeah, she's such a pretty tortie.
And Lucy's only 2 years old. Yeah, Luna's only about 6 months old, a little older.
7. Yeah, I think she's more like 7.
Rook says, I hope so, and I hope providing good conversation, not wasting anybody's time, because I know all of them are busy. You know what, Rook? Just have fun, man. That's.
We love wasting time.
Waste all of our time. I'm kidding.
Take the time. Go ahead. You can have my time. I will give it to you. Anyway, next pick.
This is where he shot the steak.
I shot the steak.
And then played the hologram of the girl on the beach.
Oh my gosh, they did that later in the movie too, and it was just like
no. The funniest one was he's all, oh, I got something better we can watch. They're like watching this whole cool 3D thing where they're showing off the mission and what they're gonna do, and then he goes, no, this is better, and he puts on an animated pig.
It looked kind of like Looney Tunes.
Ray says that History of the World Part 2 is not great, and he thought it was a letdown. Oh. That's too bad because the first one was really funny. I love this scene in this movie.
Oh
The
yeah.
guy just comes flying up and just starts powwowing with him.
It's just like, oh, hey guys, we're all
He's all like-
buddy, but
He's
not
all like
really.
besties with the bad guy.
Yeah.
I thought that was the case. My brain, I'm partially face blind, so when the bad guy came up and was like, all buddy, I'm like, wait a minute. Am I missing something? Is that the
He
antagonist?
had the typical bad guy trope outfit of the 80s, too. All
Right?
black, with
Black
the hat.
outfit with a hat. Yeah. A little bit of red in it. Yep. Even had the mustache.
Yep.
Oh my god.
He rocked the stash. Let me see.
The bad guy. He actually looks like a bad guy cowboy.
We were talking about the Mel Brooks movie. Yep. I thought that's what you meant. I thought that's what 60 Plus Adventures meant. I was pretty sure. Because we were talking Madeline Kahn. I'm pretty sure she was in a lot of Mel Brooks movies. He liked to work with her.
I like Mel Brooks movies too. They're funny.
Yeah, she wasn't in a lot of the later ones, but a lot of his earlier ones.
They don't make very many good slapstick movies anymore.
No, they don't. It's kind of sad, but people just call it cringe now. It's like it's not.
Yes, the smoke screen.
More vehicles, more smoke. We can. Like I said, I found a lot of these pics. Okay, it was
the multicolored smoke. Actually, it's quite impressive. Like you were saying when we saw that scene.
Yep.
It wasn't CGI. They actually had all those guys on motorbikes, smoke flaming right out of their back of their bodies. It was just
I don't think Jake has seen Blazing Saddles yet, Renee.
Oh my gosh, it's
a
funny.
great movie. And one of the most bizarre endings of any movie ever.
Right.
The whole campfire scene where the cowboys are sitting around eating beans and then start farting. It's like,
oh no,
that was just unheard of in a movie at the time.
He all held himself up. All right, guys, back up.
The way American Werewolf in London ended was like, what were you smoking?
Let's see. Ray says, looks like low tech Tron. Yes, that's what we were thinking too.
Speaking of which, they actually used some of the Tron technology for the 3D mapping that they did when they were showing off their mission. Do you have a picture of that?
No, like I said, I couldn't find a lot of pictures. Yes, Renee, the campfire scene. Yeah, this is a behind the scenes pic, obviously, but I thought I'd include it because you could tell these vehicles were real. They were just dressed up to look the way they did in the movie. And where they actually drove this from, I don't know. Probably up in here somewhere.
I'm like, is that Salt Lake? That's not Salt Lake, is it?
No, it was Death Valley, I think, California.
Oh, Salt Flats, I mean.
Or Apple Valley. It was north of, I think it was San Bernardino County, in the desert, in the high desert there. I'm not 100% sure, but that's where it looks like it.
They're talking about the mapping. They use the Tron technology on the mapping.
Yeah. Yep.
Blazing Saddles is the GOAT. I've never seen it, but
it is hilarious.
It's definitely the movie of all time. I can't make an opinion.
I think it's sad that a movie like that can't really be made today.
No. Well, it would be considered offensive, and it's sad because it wasn't offensive. It was just making fun of life itself. You know, why can't we
aren't being funny anymore?
Why can't we laugh at life? You know, we can't laugh at life. I mean, we're all just people. I every once in a while I try to get these pictures where it just shows a lot of different characters.
I was gonna say, wasn't this in the back at the end?
So if I forgot any of the characters, I usually pick them up in these pics. Like the dude behind them in this pickup here, with him and the girl right by the truck. That was Zachary Taylor. He was a pretty cool member of Megaforce.
Oh yeah.
He's down there near the bottom again on the right.
Kind of reminded me of Doc.
Yep. There's that red helicopter. I tried to get a pic of it. That's the only one I could get. The left-hand corner.
Sorry. The one with the shag carpeting.
He couldn't make it in the 70s.
And the
It was a
air
struggle.
conditioning?
Yes, it was.
I'm sorry. I know there wasn't an innuendo there, but it's like they kept insisting. He spent a lot of time in that helicopter.
And he had a shag
and he had a
carpet.
shag carpet and air conditioning. It's like
coming out of the 70s, you know, shag carpet.
Dude.
Did he have fun in that helicopter?
It was just it was insinuated. Nothing was really said.
Luna went up on my desk and fell asleep.
Cool.
So she's behind my thing. She's like stone cold now.
This is a scene where they're talking about the snake, and he called it a no shoulder. He goes, a no shoulder? He goes, oh, a snake. And he goes, a big one? And they were describing how big it was. It was funny. And it was like maybe 2-3 feet long. It wasn't even that big.
They seem like big children.
I think it was a baby python. I really do.
I know. It was
or a boa.
Cute.
I'm not a snake guy.
It was just a python.
I'm a cobra guy.
Cobra.
But yeah, their banter back and forth through this whole movie was great. I love the scene where they're in the plane, and I don't think I have a pic of it, but they were talking, and he wasn't really listening to Dallas because he was like thinking of the girl.
You love them in blue, and you love them in red. But most of all, you love them in blue.
Yep.
Like, what does that even mean?
She says a 2 to 3 feet snake is a big snake. I agree.
Like the danger noodles.
The danger noodles.
Yeah. Then he goes, that's dumb. Who told you that? He said, you did. He said, but it was very wise.
Very wise. Very wise.
Who told you that? You, sir.
Yeah, that's what I thought you'd say. Oh, yeah. Like I said, the banter between these two characters was awesome.
More vehicles. Just switch it. I think we've seen enough of the vehicle.
We're still not halfway.
Oh, this is like one of the cool songs.
They had part of this in the
They're trying to escape, and dude takes a minute to gloat at his friend
and say goodbye.
The good guys always win,
even in the 80s.
It definitely dates the movie, but it's still funny as hell.
He's like, oh, my guys are...
I did get one. I did get one.
Oh, my gosh. It's the flying motorcycle. Look at how tiny those wings are.
So
well, the reason why it looks bad is because they didn't have green screen just yet.
No, it was blue screen.
Industrial Light and Magic actually was inventing it when this movie was being made. And a lot of people always show a green screen on movies older than 1983, and it's like,
no, that was blue screen.
The first green screen movie, if I'm not mistaken, was Return of the Jedi.
I do not know.
We should look that up.
Fun trivia facts. Okay, so we got fun trivia fact here. Green screen.
Alphabet hasn't joined us for a while, and he was a master of trivia. He probably had the answer like that.
It would have been like first.
No. Google is our friend. We asked the Google all the questions.
Yep. Renee says this picture looks like Mel Gibson meets Barry Gibb. Yes, it does.
I can't tell because the picture's so grainy, but it looks like he has this smile on his face. He's just like,
yeah, it was blue screen. Yes, sir, Ray. A lot of people always mistake blue and green screen, but
because it's similar technology.
Very similar technology, but they.
Okay, apparently it was the 10 Commandments.
What's that?
The 1950s, they used the green screen as the 10 Commandments.
Really? Why would they say they were using blue screen in Empire Strikes Back? I watched the whole making of it. They were complaining about not having green screen yet. So is their information just faulty, or am I not remembering it right?
I don't know. Maybe it's a Mandela effect.
It's a Mandela effect. There we go. I did. I totally forgot. I got
there you
go. Seth Lordley says, I've been generating AI World of Warcraft action figure images while watching this at my in-laws. You know, dude, your AI generated action figure pics are awesome, and I'm enjoying the hell out of those videos.
He's facing his
World of Warcraft one? Oh man, I can't wait to see the World of Warcraft ones.
Hey, not everybody hates their in-laws. I love my in-laws.
I live with mine.
He was telling me he was blessed with good in-laws, just like I was.
I live with mine.
Okay. BlizzCon. That would be like Blizzard.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Blizzard Entertainment.
not really familiar with it, but that sounds like a lot of fun. Like one of those.
Okay,
Electronic.
so Google has a bunch of different
You're welcome, sir.
first movies that they call a green screen. So I don't know.
Google's a guy.
Google's a guy.
The flying bike, man. Oh yes, I totally forgot that I did. I ran.
Oh my god, there it is.
That's why there's so many, because I threw them in at the end.
Yeah, because like I said, Google also says that something called the Great Train Robbery also had green screen behind it. So, and then this one says the Thief of Baghdad. So nobody knows. Nobody knows. It's a mystery.
Okay, now see, I'm pretty sure during the making of Empire Strikes Back, they were saying that they invented green screen. Industrial light.
Yeah. Okay, so nobody knows. It's a mystery.
Multitasking, Ray says, and yes,
I love multitasking.
I try to do that all the time.
It's more like ADHD because you can do one thing at a time. Esports.
See, Sith Lordly says, yeah, excuse me. He said he was sitting in the sports arena, esports arena at BlizzCon today where they played it, all that. It was epic.
Yeah.
The WoW trailer, the World of Warcraft trailer for the next X-Pack is what he's talking about. Okay. Anduin looks like Obi-Wan.
Okay. See, that's all you have to do. They start complaining, you feed them. Huh.
Let's see what we got going on.
Hi.
Seth Lord says he'll be showing off merch, reels, and stuff tomorrow night.
Hi.
Cool. All right. Maybe we should have a little music on.
Yeah. Wait. I thought we were moving on.
We are. We were talking about it. I love the landing on this 3-point landing with the bike. And the whole.
Look, it's the thumb kiss.
I'll let Jake fill this one. He had a field day with this throughout the movie.
Oh my gosh, I never understood it. It's just they were sitting there. It's like they just like. I'm like, what? What even?
Him and his love interest throughout the whole movie were just blowing kisses off their thumbs.
It's like, why the thumb? Why can't you just?
I tried to explain to him for a brief moment in time, right there in the late 70s, 80s. That was a thing where people would kiss their thumb and blow it. It was
not just.
So, just a brief moment in time.
What difference does it make how you do it? It's weird altogether.
Yeah, he's not just giving the thumbs up. He's actually.
Anyway, according to a Wikipedia article, the first use of
I swear he opened his legs a lot.
Green screen is part of a broader category of chroma key. And the first instance of chroma key is actually in 1898 where they used black pack to do it.
What?
See? Nobody knows. It's a mystery.
So green screen technically.
Okay. Now these suits were so tight that he couldn't step up onto the ramp of the C-130. He had to actually grab this pole and flip himself up there.
It was so cool that they just decided to do that.
Yep. So yeah, it's so 80s.
So 80s.
We still got some pics to look at. Like I said, I found a bunch after I had made the video. And she was like the princess of the nation they were trying to help, and then the nation totally turned on him. It really sucked.
Oh my gosh, it was so weird. It was like the United Nations called. If we let you guys back into our country, they consider it an act of war, and we don't want that. So you guys are on your own for getting back in.
Their tech guy, who was in the van, is actually the director of the movie, Hal Needham. He said it was easier to direct from inside here than it was from a director's chair.
Especially since he had all the comms right there.
And I might be mistaken about that, but I remember watching Megaforce a while back, and there was a lot of fun stuff in that about this movie. But I'm a fan, so They got me. I wanted.
Oh
some,
my gosh, I love that scene. You just jump over the tank
I
and
wanted some pics of the C-130s
Grenade.
flying in over the desert, but I couldn't find any. And the pilot in that was he was so cool, and everybody wanted to call his girl. It was awesome.
Can I call your girl?
Go ahead, call my girl. Everybody else does.
This scene where he took the bike, jumped over the tank, and threw a grenade in it. It was cool.
So cool.
And for the time period, that was epic special effects.
Plenty of explosions in this movie.
It wasn't a jump the shark scene.
I know it's not a jump the shark scene.
Oh, and this was part of that scene where they were on their mission, and they had a counter on the screen.
They had like a
So it showed you how fast they actually did it. And they
Oh,
literally
yeah.
counted it down. It was pretty cool. But yeah, they had all these trenches set up, and they led the tanks into the trenches and just wasted them with their lasers. They had lasers on top of their vehicles. The noises was just it was hilarious, but it was also cool. And another one of Michael Beck as Dallas. I thought he was my favorite character in the whole movie. Lots of fun. They just had a lot of fun making it. It seemed like to me, they knew what they were getting into. It was cheese, and they loved it. Here they are again. This is when he was like, "All right, cut the crap."
Oh, dang it! I'm so half asleep. I thought they were holding hands.
No, not holding it. It kind of looks like it, doesn't it?
Maybe they were. They were buddies.
Yeah, let's see what we got going on here for
And
the
they
next one.
were best.
We're getting
friends.
close to the end when we get to more.
What's with that face?
That was the one where he flew the motorcycle into the back of the C-130, and he hopped off, and that was the face he pulled. And I found this picture of him pulling that face, and I'm like, I've got to show that.
I love
picture.
the look of the other guy. He's just like, what?
He's like, what? Yeah, the contrast here is like he's totally serious, and he's totally like, ha ha.
I was bested by a man-child.
It was bested by a man-child.
That happens more often than you think.
And I believe the style of film they used was called
Rotoscoping.
Vision or something like that.
No, rotoscoping was part of it.
Yeah, it was like they used a lot of rotoscoping to make a lot of the special effects and stuff. And I think it was the first time and last time ever they used that in a movie. They made a big deal of it. Yeah, I liked it too, but I'm pretty sure we're just about done here. There we go. Yep, and that
guy shows over. Click the end string.
That is our tribute video to Megaforce. That is our movie that we watched this week. I had a lot of fun watching it again. Yeah.
Don't worry. In another couple of years, he'll force me to watch it again.
I'll watch it again, and if you want to watch it with me, you're more than welcome.
You gotta watch this movie again. No.
Final thoughts, guys, on Megaforce.
Okay, Megaforce was actually a fun watch. It really is.
Fun watch.
Despite
very
the
campy,
cheesy
can we go one more time?
Stuff, it was really actually enjoyable. I did enjoy it.
Very campy, very 80s, very fun. Some things felt a little awkward, but hey.
Just like you said, it's a popcorn movie. It really is.
Well, that's because your where we are at in society has trained you to see it as awkward.
It is.
Oh yeah.
In the time period,
the whole flirting thing.
It wasn't.
The flirting felt so stiff. Dude sat there, and when she opened the door, he was sitting there. It was a movie that was made.
That's the perfect way to end on. But go ahead and finish up, Jake.
But anyway, when Hunter went into her room at the beginning of the movie, it's just the way he was standing. It was just like, I don't know. It just felt like he had no idea what he was doing. It was like, what do I do?
He was like, hey, baby.
Hi, hey, baby.
But they were acting like teenagers, and they were
adults,
30-somethings. I mean, at least.
Exactly. I see you have your own room.
A lot younger than they were. They were like sitting there going, It's like, dude.
But
you're
yet
a
his character was
grown-ass
supposed to
man.
be this seasoned commander, so he
Giving
was
kissy
supposed to be old.
faces.
Yes, it was. The flirting was so stiff. That's what she said.
Got him.
There you go, Ray.
That's what she said.
All right. Any other thoughts on Megaforce? It's one of my favorite movies.
Well, it was definitely a movie of all time.
I think G.I. Joe fans actually should check it out. That's my take on it. Because it really was, especially with the time period, it was very much G.I. Joe.
I wouldn't put it in my top 10, but I would have to put it in my top 100 if I ever made one. But I love movies so much. How do you pick 10 favorites, 100 favorites? You know, it depends on my mood, really. Like,
I think if you were going to do top 10, it would have to be by genre.
By genre, yeah.
Right? Like your top 10 horror, your top 10 drama, top 10 action.
Sometimes my favorite movie is Lord of the Rings.
Because we like movies in general. Like, our family has always been, like, big moviegoers. Like, I don't know about the rest of you, but I grew up in the time period where we would go to, like, the drive-in.
Oh, yeah.
And watch, like, 2 or 3 movies at the drive-in. It's freaking cool.
We do have a drive-in here. We need to utilize it.
Yeah. So we'd put our jammies on and we'd all hide underneath the.
You have been when you were.
That's when they actually did it by the carload. It didn't matter how many people was in your car.
Experienced it.
We actually took him when he was little to the drive-in to see Knight's Tale.
Yeah, we did.
Right.
We did.
Oh, yes, that sounds like a movie. Did we do a movie?
No, we have not done Knight's Tale yet.
We have not done Knight's Tale. Oh my gosh, we need to do Knight's Tale.
That is definitely would be in my top 10. One of my top 10 favorite movies is Knight's Tale. Ray says it was one of my favorite movies when I saw it as a kid. Brought it home many times from the video store. Me too, sir.
Right.
Nothing like
so yeah, movies has always been a big part of my life. I don't know about the rest of you. We would go to the drive-in. We would go to the movie theater. And now when they had I actually worked at a video store. I worked at Blockbuster Video, and Blockbuster Video was actually pretty cool to their employees. They wanted their employees to know more about their movies, so they got 5 free rentals. Not on brand new movies, obviously, because that's for the customers, but they got 5 free rentals every week that they encouraged us to use. And so that's how I got into a lot of movies. It's also where I found my love of anime.
You know, I remember before Blockbuster, there would be these mom and pop video stores all over the place. And there was one I used to go to, and I rented movies for $1. And I signed up, and I was 16 at the time, 15, 16. And my mom came down and signed for me, and they let me come in and get movies all the time, and it was really cool. And of course, you know, I rented movies I probably wasn't supposed to, like Barbarian Queen, all these B movies that were R-rated, you know. But
Barbarella.
It was a different world. It really was. And nowadays, if you want to see a movie, you can go to the theater, but most people just
it's not quite the same experience. Digitally. I don't think. I mean, going to the movies is fine, but nowadays they have movie theaters. You can go get dinner and a movie.
Yep.
Those are actually kind of fun. I like those.
Yep.
Those are fun too.
Oh my gosh, I love seeing new movies.
But most people don't even leave their homes anymore. They just stream it right out of their homes.
Yeah.
And it's just not the same.
Nope.
No, it's not.
It was like a fun thing. Your mom said, "Hey,"
with the good surround sound and all that.
No, seriously, it was a fun thing when your mom said, "Okay, each of you gets to pick one video for the week," and it's like, it was like going to the candy store or something, man. You would go into the movie, going to the video store, and you're like, "Oh my goodness, what do I want?"
Yeah, I love going and picking movies out. Ray says the first video store in his town was called Captain Flicks.
That sounds fun. I like that. Well, speaking of Captain, that's kind of what the music in Megaforce reminded me of, was like those old Captain America shows.
It definitely
the music in Megaforce really put me into that like old superhero type cheesy movie shows. So I thought that was fun too.
It's just a fun movie to watch. Yep, get McDonald's on the way home. Yes, sir. Or
Right,
Burger King or
McDonald's.
whatever's nearby. We had a little Mexican place when I
Get
lived
some
in Redmond.
microwave popcorn.
It was called Taco Tia. And I would
I
go to the
remember
movies
Taco
on
Tia.
Saturday, and I'd go home and get a burrito on the way home. It was awesome.
No wonder you're so gassy.
we have those gas sharks. Well, all right. I think we've run our course on Megaforce, and we could probably sit here and chat movies all night long.
Well, of course we can because we're moviegoers. So next week is The King and I.
Big guy.
And
We've got
our next live stream is
Remember Ben Canton on Sunday.
Yes.
Sunday.
I already have my character made.
That's our new
We're
live
gonna
game.
We're
I
gonna do
have
a
my
session
character made
0, and if
with
it
that.
goes fast enough, we might game a little bit.
I hope so.
Well, my character's
I'm ready to
already
run,
made.
that's for sure. And then again on Thursday, we're doing Endless Quest books and me, and we're reading Pillars of Pentagon. That should be fun. And then back here, and we'll probably have a bunch of shorts that we put out next week. And I got all sorts of videos coming out. Actually, I've got.
Well, I will keep recording Luna.
I got a Remember Ben Canton intro
Occasionally
coming out on
Artemis.
Sunday. I think
It's
or-
for your kitty pleasure.
for your kitty pleasure.
We need to do more Artemis shorts. They do
And
better.
tonight,
Right? Okay, so Artemis doesn't do anything, but we sure do get a lot of views for watching her.
doing some Midnight Madness tonight. Doing my Joe Takes number 27 tonight, or no, it's 28. Zarana
Is
was
that when you're
27.
doing Roadblock?
Roadblock tonight? Yes, that should be
Okay.
fun. So I really like that character. So I've got a lot to say about Roadblock. And Renee says, "Love seeing Luna. We get to see her every day, so we like
She's
to."
such
share.
a sweetie. She's a weird cat. Oh, she's super smart too.
Yes, sir, Ray. Endless Quest. Once a month, I read
She
and
passes the wall test.
and people in the chat get to choose which way we go. It's a lot of fun. It'll be our third one. So Victor Gibson likes to show up for those and hang out with us, and he's been picking out all the books. He races to have to catch up with Luna shorts. There's quite a few of them. But everybody, thanks for being here. We really appreciate it.
She likes to be in the thick of things, and we've had a few projects where we were putting things together, and there she is.
What I'm going to do to take us out is actually play our tribute video to Megaforce, and
Trivia
hope you guys
video.
enjoyed tonight. And definitely thank you, everybody in the chat who was here, and everybody who watches in the replay. Thanks for watching. And
We have fun with you guys. Thank you.
have a good night, and Logan out. Let me see if I can get this video going here. If everybody wants to say good night, we'll pull the spine ticks and everybody on the side.
Megaforce, an elite compact fighting unit armed with the most sophisticated weapons ever seen on a movie screen. The mission, to preserve freedom and justice and battle the forces of evil.
The good guys always win. Even in the 80s.
Megaforce.
That's really fascinating. I heard way back when they were first movie stuff that they didn't do plot twists that everyone always wanted. And it was just weird.
You want me to be